One. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. Joining me today for a subscriber spotlight is my moderator and right-hand lady, Julie, also known as Trance Granny in the channel. Hi, Julie.
Hi, everyone.
And joining us today is a person with a fairly new channel, and he can tell you where it can be found. I do know I watch it on a site that starts with B and ends with It. And the channel's name is Truthen Justice. The channel creator is Mike. And today, for the first time, Mike from Truthen Justice is going to be on camera. Get ready for a reveal, everybody. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Laura. Hey, everybody. It's your friend, Truthen Justice, Mike. How you doing?
Hey.
Hi, Julie.
It is so nice to put a face with a name, and it's such a wonderful voice. You have such a calming delivery style, and I really enjoy listening to you. So I wanted to ask you today, I know you know, this is a subscriber spotlight, so I know that you've watched some of my content and I'm watching yours. What inspired you to start a channel, and could you kind of give us some idea where you're hoping it goes, or, you know, in broad brush strokes, if it's still just kind of developing?
Yeah, it's definitely developing for sure. The main reason that I started it was for our friend Christian21. And he's a nice gentleman over there in Great Britain that's been putting out a lot of awesome information. Now, the interesting thing is some of the things he talked about were things that kind of touched on that happened in my childhood that were kind of dreams or whatever. And I've always had a knack for speaking, in front of people and putting things together. And I was just like, this guy's telling the truth. And as far it's kind of sounds out there, but it really kind of speaks onto experiences that I had like 35 years ago. So I started it to say, hey, this is a good man. You should listen to him. He is speaking some truth from what I can tell, based on my experience.
I did a tarot read on him, and I have never gotten so many major arcanas in my life about someone. The universe was like, yes, he's genuine, he's real, he's sincere. Listen to him. There were no warnings at all. Nothing negative at all, just pure loving energy. And it was the most amazing tarot read I have done in my life.
That doesn't surprise me because he makes connections with people. And people have connected to what he's saying. When I used to read his just messages written out, I could see what he looked like. I could hear his voice. I don't know if it was exactly because of the way he writes, but like I knew what this guy sounded like. And I'm just like, I feel so connected. And he's saying things that are just hitting home for me. And just kind of going into detail on things. And I'm like, wow, this is real.
Yeah, it's not science fiction. And I love, as we're getting information about things, benevolent ETs and not so benevolent, just all sorts of, portals, stargates. He's helping to bring it all together and getting a lot of truth out there. So your channel was like, yeah, I experienced some of the same things too, but I wasn't quite as comfortable sharing it till now. So you're and now you're building a little in your own direction. So tell us about that.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it gave me some confidence even to just put myself out there, and then putting myself out there and just being genuine and from the heart, and trying to make a real connection with people because I might look like a bald turkey, but I'm not one of those, type of people that are quote unquote patriot, So what now it's evolving into is just like connecting with people for real, and then putting my experiences with how we got to where we're at right now, because it's going to be a lot better, but we have to stand up, and we got to stand up for the truth.
Right. And people need to start hearing in more everyday terms, in my opinion, things like timelines. You know, I've had people say, why don't you read about this situation? And I said, because I think there's going to be a split in the timelines and it really will roll out and stay out for these people, but I don't intend to be on that timeline.
Yes.
So yeah. So tell us a little bit about some of the experiences that you had that resonated with you when you were hearing Christian talk about him. You know, were there any specific points that, I think you mentioned at one time that some stuff you used to write off as a dream may not have actually been a dream, but you know, a foreknowing.
Yes. Yeah. The foreknowledge, or
Yeah.
maybe even a visitation. You know, I'm looking at things differently. And you know, he spoke about like our real parents. And I had a reoccurring dream with quote unquote my real parents, but I lived with my real parents. You know, I look like them, but they weren't my real parents. And you know, I even wrote like a little letter to a runaway letter to go be with them, but I just didn't know how to get there. You know, and this was right around like that 87 time frame that we were talking about.
Yeah. So tell us where your channel is, Truth and Justice. And like I said, I know that it's on B and It Shoot. Where else are you posting these days if people want to listen to you, some of your commentaries and your synchronicities that you pinpoint? Because that seems to be one of your stellar qualities.
Thank you, Laura. Well, right now it's on the B to the It Shoot. And that's the only place you can find it. But I'm going to try to bring them onto YouTube and see where we go from there. Because I do have a YouTube channel, which is Truth and Justice. I think I currently have 4 subscribers. And it's just a few videos from the past. I had some other stuff on there, but I took it off because I kind of felt like this is a new thing.
Right. Well, I'll be subscribing to your YouTube channel, and we just have to learn those little tricks on speaking carefully, but we can get the truth out there. And I think it's important because as people wake up, they go there first when they're trying to find some alt information. You know I did, because Google was, and that was back before I knew about Brave Search and things like that. Google wasn't accommodating when I was trying to find, you know, other viewpoints for my news and information. So I went to YouTube. Julie, didn't you have kind of a similar experience with and that kind of got you down the YouTube, you know, trail?
Yeah, my niece woke me up. 2020 hit really hard for a lot of us, but she was sending me a bunch of stuff. I'd never heard of the It Shoot. I'd never heard of, because I was living my life. I was just coming out of, 5 years of extreme trauma. And I found I couldn't really get into those things, but as I started getting to YouTube I guess we can say that, I don't think they were as onto us early in the day. Of course, they weren't as on to us as they are now for truth. They're trying to shut it out. But yeah, I really, I think that is the main first step. And you were talking about in one of your videos, that first step. You just have to take that first step of reaching for knowledge, of trusting yourself, of questioning things. And, we're all searching for, I think our BS meters have gotten pretty good. And that's why I just, we're resonating with Christian, we're resonating with Laura, and just, we're cutting out all the BS. It's just, we don't need it. And I think YouTube can pull a lot of that in, but we can really tell early on, no,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that's a great platform. I think you'll get a lot of subscribers, and I'll be one too. So bravo. Yeah.
Yeah, the first steps are the most important step, is your first step. I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people, they want to be at the top of the mountain, get there. You have to take steps to get there and put the work in. You put the work in and you don't think about it, and you keep taking those small steps, before you know it, you're at the top.
Right. And I consider YouTube a gateway site. So
I like that.
Truth.
Yeah.
So
definitely
I want to say, I'm hoping that I'll never have issues with keeping my channel up there, because I do know that I get kind of into the woo, but I also say stuff that people can resonate with, and then I've got, of course, my love of current events. So, going on.
Mhm.
But so I was going to say, would you like to ask the tarot a question while we have you on camera here today? I don't want to put you on the spot. It can be a simple, let me think about it, I'll get back to you later. Or it can be, yeah, I've always wondered.
I don't have a question offhand that would be worth asking. So
Well,
maybe if Julie does, or
Well, how about this? How about if I do one of my 9-card spreads for the Truth and Justice channel now, a month from now, and 6 months from now?
that would be fantastic, Laura.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna pause so I can shuffle, but I'll come back and do the last of it on camera like I always do. Okay, so
Okay.
hang on here. Okay, this will be a 9-card spread. And oops, I did not mean to turn anything over. That was a flub on my part, not a jump. Sometimes cards jump out and you should pay attention to them. That was just simply small hands, large cards. It happens. So we're looking for the current 1 month and 6 month outlook for Truth and Justice as a commentary, a synchronicity, spotlight channel or however it evolves. What does the universe want us to know? And in ways that Michael be comfortable having shared. I never want to impact a private citizen's confidentiality. Okay, for our current, we have a 2 of Cups. A little more clarifying and additional information with the 10 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Now in a month, we have Justice, 2 of Swords, Ace of Swords, looking really good. 6 months from now, we've got the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. Now let's take a look at that read, okay? So right now we've got the 2 of Cups, which you're in agreement with the universe about moving forward with this channel, just like you're in agreement with me that, we need some calm delivery styles and some clarity and just genuine authenticity in what is presented. Now the 10 of Pentacles, your channel is currently doing better than you already expected, and it's going to continue. This is nothing but this is a great card. This is multi-generational happiness. I think you've probably also got some family support with what you're doing. Judging
Nobody
by
knows
this.
about it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know
Yeah.
what, if they did, I think you'd find that you have a lot of support. You do have,
Awesome.
with your budding subscriber base, absolutely. But I think you'd find that your family would be supportive too of your endeavor. Okay, now Page of Cups. He's often about a pleasant surprise. So I think you're going to be surprised at how things move in a positive direction moving forward. A month from now, it looks like you may be commenting on some legal matters that are happening in the news, or making some connections between legal matters. I say that because not only justice, look at all these swords here. Swords, the whole line here for a month from now is swords. Swords are the written and spoken word. So yes, you're doing the spoken word part of it too, but with the justice card here, I think there's going to be some things happening that affect our world. I'll say world because it might not just be the United States, that you'll be doing some commenting on or making some connections about, or just advising people to consider and notice a connection between A and B, that kind of thing. So in a month from now, yeah. Now, 6 months from now, channel's going to be taking up more of your time, okay? We have the 4 of Swords. Now, often this is about a hidden blessing. So we've got one here, okay, for the current, more coming here, but it's also sometimes about there's some information going on in the background. You may find, oh, and I'm sorry, I can't see, I'm going to move these up. I didn't realize so much of that card was not on screen. Okay, is that better? See a little more of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So with the 4 Swords, hidden blessing quite often. Sometimes it means some hidden information. I think you're going to find, like I do, as your channel grows, people reach out to you. Some of it you just thank them very much and keep going on your way, especially if you have an eye for where you want your channel to go. So it may simply be that. Nothing negative here at all. You're going to be spending more time and you're going to feel much more skilled at your delivery and your channel and what you're doing. This is a skilled labor type of card where you're reaping some benefits for it. Not as many as you're going to, but you're getting there. Okay, we got Pentacles showing up. So I show in 6 months, you're going to be making some money at that. If you're like me, it was something I never even thought would happen. I just,
Yeah.
I just
For
wanted
sure.
to do what I was doing, And with the Five of Swords or Pentacles here on this side, these people are willingly bypassing some traditional structures. So again, you may get some offers that you choose not to take, that you want to go your own way because you want to still, keep your integrity and authenticity and, your creative control. And it doesn't look like you're going to regret it if you do. Okay, it looks like it's all positive. Okay, let's look at one other card and see what King of Cups. Yeah, I'm going to do two. Okay, so King of Cups, again, where I said you may choose to go your own way. King of Cups, he's very much in charge of his emotions, okay, which is his strength. But also sometimes he is willing to manipulate a little bit to get what he wants. So watch out for being manipulated, okay? And the final thing here with the 10 of Swords, again, in 6 months, where I said in 1 month, you're going to probably be doing, there's going to be something that's going to be kind of front and center legally. It looks like in 6 months, that's going to have come kind of to a conclusion because 10s are the ending of something. And where this sword landed on top of this, all this row of swords, it looks like between month 1 and month 6, the legal matters are going to really come to a head and a conclusion. So there we have it.
Thank you so much, Laura. I didn't expect that.
Well, you're very welcome. And look, I felt like we had time for it.
Yeah.
And then if you ever have a private question you want, just shoot me a message and I'll give you another one. But I thought that might be fun to look at your channel while we're at it. And it's out there. Yeah. So
Oh, it's so sweet.
well, thank you for being with us today, Mike. And it's nice to put a face with that wonderful voice and delivery style. And I see nothing but growth and good things for your channel. And I think you can tell people about it. I think it's okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for having me. It blows my mind that I'm sitting here talking to you and on your show. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for you and for everybody that watches my channel and all my subscribers.
Right. So everybody, even though there's shenanigans with the management of that Be and Itchute site, give him a listen, subscribe, like it. And by the time you see this video, everybody, there's going to be a few more subscribers because Julie and I are going to tag on to his YouTube one. And hopefully he'll be able to do this cross sharing. And
that is planned for the future, to try to get some on the YouTube too, because I do like the way that you do your business. And so I can kind of use that as a model. Yeah.
So I've been blessed. Blue Water said at the very start, the white hats were watching out for me. And yeah, I've been blessed because I've been able to stay up and, I'm very thankful for that. So, I have a lot of gratitude for YouTube, even though I wish the shenanigans weren't there, I wish the numbers reporting was accurate and, what they were really screening for wasn't a viewpoint, but just to make sure there's no hate speech, that kind of management is understandable,
yes.
but not
to the extreme.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Until next time, love and light from me. And then Mike, say bye and wave so they can see you, and Julie do the same.
Bye, everyone. Take care. Thank you for watching.
Hey, I got something to tell you. I got nothing but love for you, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
And everyone.
Bye.
Hey, Laura.